Who was the first superhero that you used to copy?
I think it was Superman, and then later on I started drawing more of the female characters.
Which wants to know? Is Shruti Haasan becoming a homo buwari?
More common কি আছে ৰাইজেতো অলৰেডি বুৱাৰী বনাই দিলে এতিয়া এতিয়া মই কি কৰিম এতিয়া like I'm an artist, I have to deliver what the people want.
Good evening, Shadar. Welcome to the show.
Evening.
I'm good to be catching up with you after a long time. Your doodling journey in maybe 3 parts. The start, and the mid, and where it's headed.
Okay, my whole journey in art and design, right? Like doodling, I would say comic books, and then music, and now I would say the world.
What do you mean by the word?
By the world, because first I'll start off from the first point. Like for example, comic books. The first step for me to actually start drawing, my comic book copy kori বহুত ভাল পাইছিলো how আঁকি ফেলে so মই কি কৰিছিলো I used to copy all the characters, all the things, and I would draw, and that's how I taught myself how to draw.
Who was the first superhero that you used to copy?
I think it was Superman, and then later on I started drawing more of the female characters. I was fascinated. Like for example, Jean Grey, X-Men.
Okay.
Lois Lane, Superman. So I was always captivated by the female figure.
Correct.
So, and as a teenager, so I used to draw most of the girls all the time, and sometimes I would sell it off to my friends and in school.
And they would buy that?
For $10.
Oh, very nice. That means you were that good. It's cool.
I mean, I don't know if I was good because there's no one else doing it. So I just saw an opportunity and I waited for it.
Okay.
And that's it. And then after that, I think during my college days, that's when I started like making artworks for like most of the metal bands and heavy metal like friends that I had who were locally in Guwahati. So metal was very huge back in like when I was growing up as a teenager.
Right.
So I think that was the first time where I had a sense of community and working with more like a subculture. And I think that's the middle stage. And right now, all of those two experiences of working with the subculture and then making comic books and stuff, I honed a whole different style of art and design. And now I think since I've been working across the globe, like in various countries, so I think that's why the third last top would be the world.
Okay.
Because it's also endless and I don't know where it'll take me further.
That's a good attitude there. Just when you said, one more style, not Kuru, you do in your style, are you like labeling it like it's a SH trademark, I mean, this is my signature.
I mean, মই এতিয়ালৈকে সেইটো নিজে ট্ৰেডমাৰ্ক কৰা নাই, বাট মানুহে এটলিষ্ট এতিয়া দেখি পেলাই মোৰ ষ্টাইলটো ইমান পপুলাৰাইজ হৈ গৈছে, সিহঁতে চাই পেলাই ক'ব পাৰে যে হয়তো শান্তনু হাজাৰিকাৰ হয় চাগে।
Acha. As an artist, what is your strongest memory related to art? I love the idea that your drawing started at school, but if there are anything else, the strongest memory that you have related to art?
Strongest memory that that's related to art, I would say the bunch of strong memories. For example, when I won the Red Bull World Championship, I think that would be the strongest memory. Because সেইটো point বহুত important আছিলে মোৰ কাৰণে। মই এটা failed engineering student হয়, মোৰ background mechanical engineering হয়, আৰু মোৰ গোটেই ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং টাইমটোত মই খালি আঁকিলোৱে।
Oh my god.
So মেচিন ড্ৰয়িং মোৰ চবতকৈ এটাই ছাবজেক্ট মই পাছ কৰিলোঁ, আৰু সেই ছাবজেক্টটোৱে মোক আৰু আঁকা শিকালে মানে এজ এ ডিচিপ্লিনাৰী থিং। এণ্ড আই থিংক মাই মোৰ ষ্ট্ৰংগেষ্ট মেমৰি সেই গোটেই জাৰ্ণিটোৱে হ'ব গোটেই কলেজ লাইফত যে মই আঁকিলোঁ, আৰু কাৰণ তেতিয়াতে মোৰ মানে আই ৱাজ ডায়েগন'জড উইথ ডিপ্ৰেশ্যন। So and a strong memory was of me making art of all the feelings that I felt as a depressed soul.
Oh my. That's like a serious thing. I don't want to laugh about it,
But no, it is. I mean, I talk about it very candidly because that's my approach to it. Because I was under medication for a small amount of time, but then I had, and hetu karone my medication I couldn't draw. Create. So that's why I think the strongest memory of me would be the ones which caused me more pain and how I dealt with it. And art really helped me in that.
Art pulled you out of it. It's a nice, very nice story. Uh, what has inspired you then? See, suppose like you may call yourself a failed engineering student, but I see that someone failing engineering as a student, and then now being the world champion, world number one, definitely with the signature style. I think that is a unparalleled achievement that you have. What's the inspiration that you have that drives you to create good art?
I think first of all, it's boredom. Like, to be honest, it was straight up because I was never good at anything else. Like, I can't play any instrument. Moi iman kitabo nobo. When I read, I read really nerdy stuff. Like, I like reading stuff on physics and astrophysics and like space and shit like that. But I think a more main inspiration to about first boredom, impatience, aru humor. So more কি হয় এইকেইটা বস্তু মই actually first পুষ্টটো মোৰ এইকেইটা পইণ্টৰ পৰা আহে আজি মই শুই উঠি পেলাই মোৰ কি কৰোঁ মই বহুত ৰেষ্টলেছ হয় মানে মোক মানে কিবা এটা কৰি থাকিব লাগে মই ইদাৰ গেম খেলিম নহ'লে আঁকি থাকিম আৰু মই একো নকৰোঁ তাৰ মাজত চ' সেইকাৰণে সেই বস্তুটো এটা মোৰ ডিচিপ্লিনাৰী প্ৰচেছ হৈ গ'ল টু কিপ মাই চেল্ফ বিজি মোৰ কাম নাথাকিলেও একো প্ৰজেক্ট নাথাকিলেও মই ৰাতিপুৱাতে উঠি পেলাই ফাৰ্ষ্ট আইল গো ৱৰ্কআউট এণ্ড দেন আইল গো টু মাই ষ্টুডিঅ' এণ্ড ৰাতি 10টালৈকে মই লাগে একো এটা লাইনকো কিয় নাকো কিয় মই তাতে বহি থাকিম আৰু কিবা না কিবা এটা কৰি থাকিম চ' আই থিংক ইটছ জাষ্ট আ মিক্স অফ boredom and discipline and impatience যোনটো মিলি পেলাই মোক ফ'ৰ্চ কৰি থাকে
So it was never. I don't know whether this would be right or not, but I don't know how much money artists make. So it is never a voluntary decision that, oh my god, my artist from both Poisa Bona. Most artists, I don't know how much money artists make. But do you make a lot of money as an artist?
I mean, I can afford a very good lifestyle. I'll get into that, and that's all. Yeah, but I mean,
define a good lifestyle for the viewers. They would love to know because the audience in general in GPlus, they are young ones. They definitely look up to someone like you, and they would be very happy to know. Are comfortable lifestyle, good lifestyle in Bombay? Mane, what does he have? 1 BHK or 4 BHK? Kiba or what does it? Jugut ase ne ko to mane the Morioli thing jaga. It's very little.
Mane, in a sense that I never thought that মই monetarily কিমান safe হয় নহয় in line of work to I had no idea design or কিবা idea especially Guwahati বা অসমৰ পৰা আহিলে এইটো ইমান exposure নাই আমি নাজানো যে design language টো কি হয় কি job আছে কাম আছে আৰু মোৰ গোটেই process টো like I have established a brand. Like, I always look at my art, my whole style, my entire thing, project as a brand. I don't go by like, okay, my artist or my painting when I'm movie, so to gallery dim bikibo Nope, there is a whole team of people who work on the social media. I have more people working with me. I have 2-3 assistants who executes a job. There's production projects going on simultaneously also. So I have figured out a way to monetize this.
Nice, that's nice. So that's something that everyone may not know, but there's something that you would good to have. Did you have guidance for that, or you just figured it out?
I just figured it out. I mean, my father is a businessman, so I've always seen him work and talk and work his shop basically. So I have figured that out because I mean, none of my family members, like we have a small family. My father, my brother is also a musician, but there's no one who's actually doing that much work in the field of art. Just plain art. So it was a new thing for me also. So I figured it out that at a very young age that you need to like money to actually fund your own passion, right, projects and stuff. So for the last few years, I've only focused on making enough money so that I can actually pursue things that I want to do.
What are these? What are these things that you want to do?
I mean, first, I really want to like see most of my work that I've done till now are commission brand projects, like be it Nike or Adidas or any of the other brands.
Right.
I want to create an entity which is mine, more Mizo branded. more Nizor projects. Like more as he suppose Bombay, Juhu now at a Nizor sculpture one so.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to go and ask money from anyone else, because then whenever there is someone giving you money,
Brand pressure is
like I want this, like that. Like I want complete freedom of creating things as an artist. And I realized money is the only way to get that freedom. There's no other way. There's nothing more free. There's nothing more. There's no more greater sense of freedom than having a lot of money.
Correct.
And it is true. I mean, people will say, okay, superficial,
Absolutely.
but now in today's world, it's capitalistic. It's a cutthroat world. In order for your dreams to come true, you need a lot of money, and I realized that. And a starving artist is an old stereotype.
Correct.
Like because there's other forms of art like music, dance, acting, even sportsmen. This whole creative community is always being celebrated. That's why they always get the money, they get the brands, they get everything. And why can't we do the same for artists, like visual artists? So that was my whole perspective. Like I want to bring glory or glorify a lifestyle, a concept, or a whole new idea around what a visual artist is. This is modern young India's artist.
How long did it take you to identify or find all of these philosophies?
I mean, it's still going on. I'm still learning. I think I started off in 2014. So it's almost going to be 10 years, a whole decade.
A related question, but a very direct question. How much does Santanu Hazarika charge for an Instagram post?
I mean, I'm no influencer.
But you're doing projects with Nike, you've done with Puma, I think you've done...
No, I'm not more. I've done a Shiva. He's done that Shiva. See, the thing is, most of my projects are not exactly like... I don't work as an influencer. But most of the time, it comes off as an influencer project because most of the time I'm in front of the camera.
He's not giving a straight answer.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's just that, see, there's always a charge related to your posting rates and whatever you post on your reel and your following and thing. There's a base charge, right? But then most of the project that I do, I design the products that is going on my reel and also on the brand's page. For example, with Shivers, I created a whole line of sneakers, like customized sneakers. So which I created. It was for Shivers. It was a Nike Air Force One. I number 12 pairs. But now I charge extra for the designs, for the executions, and then also posting and stories and stuff. So which is a combined good deal for me.
So there's a media cost which is different, which is your posting cost, and there is a artist fee.
Yeah, artist fees, design fees.
Correct.
Yeah, that's so...
But what's the number?
I mean, that's a very bad question, man. I would
It's
like...
a very direct question. Imagine someone here that, okay, for an example, say your Shivers project. You can give us a round figure. You don't have to be like, 75 lakhs and 534 rupees. You don't have to do that. But the idea is people will get inspired. Because it does not just have to be I have to do get ready with me reels, only then I become an influencer, or I have to say what I'm eating today. You don't have to do that. A lot of people are there. I think there are a lot of young artists who have not the model the way you have managed to find the way. I would not say the word hack, but then you found the way. Like you said, you worked around it, you struggled with it for 10 years. So a lot of people might find inspiration in this answer that, oh, okay, so all right, there is a magic number. But okay, there's someone doing great work and I can look up. Do you have a direct number for it?
I mean, I won't go straight up with the number, but I would say that it is a decent number. It is good. It will sort you out. At least you can buy good pairs of rare Jordans.
Oh,
A number of them.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can do the rest.
What kind of work do you look up to? I mean, you do your own work, but what kind of work do you get inspired by?
I mean, there are a bunch of artists. Like, for example, I really like Francis Bacon. So he is his work is very visceral, very dark. So I think the Francis Bacon is one of the artists I really love and I look up to as an art style. Then there's obviously the Salvador Dali, the Surrealist movement, and then among and from the alive ZI Thaka artists, I mean James Jean.
Okay.
Amazing artist, New York based Taiwanese artist. I don't know if it's Taiwanese, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And then there is Hajime Sorayama.
Okay.
And
Japanese.
Japanese. So most of my art influences are mixed between, like, most of them are Japanese or European.
So are you big in anime?
Yeah.
How big?
I mean, I have Kurama, Naruto tattooed over here. I think that big, and few Dragon Balls here and there. So
Yeah. A memorable fan experience. I'm sure you have a lot of fans now. Any crazy DMs? Oh my God, Shantanu, please heart me.
I mean, I have, actually it's very weird. I have a bunch of stalkers. I have a bunch of gay stalkers also. So there you go. And then I think the most memorable and something that really touched me would be this was this year's World Red Bull Ludila Championship, and I was judging the national finals in Kolkata, and the third runners-up who was shortlisted was someone from Guwahati.
Oh,
And even the second was also from Guwahati.
are you serious?
Yes.
And this information is never trickled down to any level.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah, so
Are they inspired by you?
yes. So it was really beautiful when I walked into this college in Kolkata and I see how they have presented all the entries from the country. I could see a little bit of my style in all of them. So that was a very I mean, I'm being not being so humble about it.
I don't know.
But that was a kind of a satisfaction for me.
Correct.
So the third runners-up who was there, he Lorazona all of speech impairment asile.
Acha.
So maybe he was a little bit on the spectrum. I don't know what it was exactly. So he had a sort of a handicap. And it was really beautiful when Zitya he মোক ক'লে যে he কিমান inspired মোৰ পৰা আৰু কেনেকৈ he আঁকা start কৰিলে মোৰ কামবোৰ চাই ফেলে. So it was very heart touching because I really felt like crying.
Let's talk about.
I don't like that.
Guwahati wants to know.
Guwahati wants to Arnab now. What is this? Arnab Goswami, why you feel
Guwahati wants to know. Is Shruti Haasan becoming homo buwari?
Everyone I mean, মোক ক'বলৈ কি আছে ৰাইজেতো অলৰেডি বোৱাৰী বনাই দিলে এতিয়া এতিয়া মই কি কৰিম এতিয়া like I'm an artist I have to deliver what people want.
What is the Shruti Haasan story? Is it a meet cute? Is it a sliding in your DM? What was it?
It was more like sliding into her DMs.
Nice.
So Tyrant first follow কৰিছিলে. So she always was like she'd known my art and stuff. She used to use some of my art also and she used to show it to her dad also. So one day she just followed me and then I think it was during COVID.
Oh,
One day, 4 years ago, I think. Yeah.
were you blue tick verified artist by then?
Nope, I didn't have any blue ticks or anything, but I was quite like known in the circle, and we also had mutual friends and all. So she knew about my art stuff and all. So এনেকৈ time এবাৰ follow কৰিলে. So no, মই ৰাতি দিনত কোনে follow কৰিছে চাই আছোঁ বঢ়িয়া দেখোন ভাল কথা. আৰু মই ইমান মানে বলিউড মুভিজ আৰু এনেকুৱা চাউথ মুভিজ নাচাওঁ. চ' মোৰ ইমান আইডিয়া নাই. মই একদম পুৰণা আগতে এই লাটখন যেতিয়া ওলাইছিলে সেইটোৱে মোৰ মনত আছে আৰু সৰু থাকোঁতে মানে চাৰিওপিনে সেইটোৱে প্ৰমোট হৈ আছিলে ৰাইট. চ' মই তেতিয়া সেইটোৱে মোৰ লাষ্ট মেমৰি আছিলে. তাৰপিছত মই পাহৰি গৈছিলোঁ. তাৰপিছত বঢ়িয়া দেখোন. তাৰপিছত মই এনেই চালোঁ. So we started following each other and then I আৰু মোৰ মানে mutual love for music and heavy metal is still the same. We both love this band called Meshuggah.
Of course.
So she put up a whole story about some Meshuggah jigsaw puzzle and all, and I just replied with one of the most catchiest lyric from that song, and then we started talking, and then This is where we are.
So your advice is always listen to their friend. Always.
I mean, that works.
Now that you spend most of your time outside Assam and Guwahati, I think you were here for only like a week or something.
Yeah.
Did you watch the BFC fight?
Oh yeah, I went for that VFC fete, yes, because my trainer was fighting there.
Uh-huh.
So Irfan,
Okay.
so he is my martial art trainer back in Bombay. So he even told me, bro, I'm fighting in your city. It's the main event. Aja. They're like, ठीक है sir, माही जाऊँ.
Alright.
So बोलो सालो, माँ first time fight सालो लगा. So हाँ लसिले. Alright, it's good.
Do you miss Assam now that you spend a lot of time in Bombay?
Yeah, I do. মানে মই এতিয়া এনেকা হৈ গৈছে মই ঘৰ আহোঁ just for vacation.
Acha.
মানে এতিয়া বাহিৰত ঘূৰিব যাওঁ কিবা যাওঁ it's fine. Like last 1-2 months I was in London and I flew back in. তাৰপিছত মোৰ অলপ মনটো বেয়া লাগি আছে. কি কৰোঁ মই ঘৰ গুচি আহোঁ. So যেতিয়া মোৰ অলপমান কিবা মন বেয়া লাগে কিবা লাগে সেনেকা there's nothing like Guwahati. There's no place like home basically. So মই অহা যোৱা হৈ থাকে. এইবাৰো যে আহিলোঁ ন I just suddenly plan বনালোঁ এতিয়া অলপ এসপ্তাহ মানে কাম চাম কম আছে অলপ কম pressures ঘৰ গুচি আহোঁ এনেকৈ.
Tell me a little bit about your friends in Bollywood. What do they like your work? I mean, you've spoken about Shruti clearly loving your work, but what about the rest? How do they appreciate your work? How do they say,
I mean, to be honest, I don't have many friends from Bollywood per se, but I know a lot of musicians from the industry.
Okay.
Because I used to work with musicians. Like for example, like recently I worked with Badshah also. So and it's nice because genuinely every time I post something new and artwork, I get a compliment from this some way or the other. Like I worked with Divine also for multiple projects and stuff for his NFT and all. So I mean, they like my stuff. Like he wants a painting for a studio.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, get one, no problem. Like Badshah, when he was giving an example of stuff, so he spoke about me in a podcast. So it's nice to get appreciation from like artists, fellow artists who are in a different line of work.
Right, fair enough.
But there are other people, for example, Mr. Haasan, Kamal Haasan, he also really likes my work and all because he has one of my paintings which I had gifted to him, and when he was doing all of his interviews and campaigns and stuff, when he announced his campaign,
Correct.
he used my artwork as the post or the announcement. And I saw the interviews wrote Hitu artwork rakha goisile. Then there's Siddhant Chaturvedi also. He also like appreciative of my artworks and stuff. Yeah, there are a bunch of other people. But there are a bunch of other people.
I hope Shantanu has you don't have haters that way.
I do have haters.
Oh, you do?
I do have haters.
We thrive on haters.
I mean, internet is viral. I know you will get haters, and I guess right now having more haters has also become sort of like a social currency. Like for every one good comment, you'll have 10 other bad haters and commenting on it. It's just it's part of pros and cons of being on social media, I guess.
Yeah. The first time you met Mr. Kamal Haasan, how was it? How was the experience of, I'm meeting my girlfriend's father? Was it like that? Or was it like the first time you got introduced just as an artist and he's a friend?
I mean, it was very fun actually, to be honest. It was, how to put it? I mean, to be honest, I never think like that I'm baffled by meeting anyone. But for me, it was an honor, to be honest, because there was on board our artists. Like, I mean, he's a legend basically, and I've always seen him as some of the characters he had played before, be it like Chachi 420 or this one Abhay,
Right.
and all those characters. So it was just I just went in with no expectation. It was a very inspiring and very humbling experience to meet someone, an artist of that caliber, who has spent so many years and sort of revolutionized Indian cinema by his own ways. So it was very inspiring.
We have to make sure that we tag him, we tag Shruti Haasan, we tag everyone.
I mean, it's your
particular bit of teaser that we take out, so they should know that, মোক কিমান তাৰিফ কৰিছে, মোক ভাল লাগিছে ইমান
He already knows I touch. Like he already knows how much I like, because we talk a lot on the phone. He'll call up, we'll talk about politics, we'll talk about art. He'll send me some like stuff. If he comes across really interesting art pieces and all, he would send me like this, that, and whatnot. It's really nice. We talk quite often, but whenever we do, we talk a lot. And we talk about a bunch of stuff, art, politics, science, and other stuff. Because I figured out something, he's really into technology, as so am I. So it's really nice to see that we have a lot of common interests revolving around various stuff.
cool. We'll move into the rapid fire segment. Don't think too much, we'll be really cool with it. Alright, ready? Art for fun or art for deep messaging?
Both.
You can do that.
No, it is both. See, jokes do tell a part of the reality. Jokes are born out of, humor is born out of something very real and something very deep. And that's why I think my art comes from both.
Perfect.
It is fun because I like to draw dicks somewhere around in the artworks that I do, but it also has a deeper meaning to it.
Art is in the genes or practice and discipline?
Practice and discipline.
Tekeli pitha then vada pav.
Taking it with.
What in Mumbai?
Itya Bombay.
Oppenheimer and Barbie.
Oppenheimer name. Oppenheimer.
Did you watch both?
No. But I like to see things getting destroyed, so I go with Oppenheimer. And I'm also a Nolan fan, so like
Sonic coffee.
it depends on the situation.
It cannot be diplomatic like that. It's a simple answer. Sonic coffee.
Just
Just for the viewers' reference, he's had a cup of coffee since he's come here.
because I need to wake up. But usually, I think for work, I'll go with coffee. Yeah.
The biggest investment or expenditure?
Biggest expenditure, I think, would be art supplies and sneakers.
Do you have a value to that?
No. Just go and buy stuff. Like I love buying sneakers and clothes basically because I could never afford it before. So I like to go buy a lot of expensive clothes and sneakers, and also art supplies. That's what drains me the most.
The most expensive gift you've gifted to someone?
Most expensive gift would be my art pieces, because I sometimes, if I like someone, if someone really appreciates and understands my artworks, I just give it away. That's all.
Your favorite shoe brand?
But that's difficult. Right now, I'm wearing a lot of Balenciagas, but right now I'm wearing Vans. This is my Guwahati pair. I have a bunch of pairs just for the city here. I think right now my favorite pairs are Balenciagas. I just like the whole huge, chunky approach to it. So I think Balenciaga is my favorite right now.
Vans or Onitsuka?
Vans or Onitsuka? I mean Vans. It has a skateboard culture to it, that's why.
How many tattoos do you have?
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Around 8 tattoos. Yeah.
Cool. With that, we come to the end of the rapid fire round and the end of the show. Thank you so much for being a fantastic guest.
I mean, I had fun.
Thanks so much for tuning in today's episode of Guwahati Connection with my very dear friend Santanu Hazarika. Be sure to like, comment, and share the video wherever you can, and subscribe to GPlus.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Super. Thanks so much, bro.
Thank you.